Ready, ready to cast. We are here and we'll have a blast. Ready, running out of rhymes. Good thing for you, it's many time. Let's go, League of Legends! Week 9 has kicked off here in the LEC, and we're here to bring you Misfits up against Spice. What we're gonna get, but it will be the first time Maxwell's played that this split. Of course, one of his historically most played champions in the form of the Camille in the jungle. The final pick was Poppy for Chachi.
And that generates a lot of pressure.
This is super cheeky. They thought they were gonna back, but they haven't done it. The fear comes up, Norskaren solo. He's used the heal, flashes away, but Handsome on the chase. Uses his own heal, the Ignite comes down. It's Kobe looking for two, only
hanging around right now because he knows that Humanoid has just gone back to base. They have no vision
under the tower, but they decide against it for the moment. Want to push up that wave. Norskaren on his way for Bivin. Tanks up the tower, jumps in with a Ring of Frost. Doesn't have the damage. Chachi knocks him back. They get one. Maxwell's going to go down to the tower on the top side, though. Taken out by Xerxes. It's a 1-for-1 trade in the second half of the split that doesn't seem to click.
Oh, it certainly doesn't. And remember, Splice aren't out of this yet as they set up a dive towards bot.
So it's forced away. Xerxes on the chase there as well. Humanoid gets in, shuffles him back, and Soaz is going to be caught out. Rift use top. Splice get an answering kill down towards the bottom lane.
But with 3 members being sent bot, Misfits say, well, you know what, we can commit the Rift Herald mid, and this is overall going to be a big advantage game for Misfits as they take.
But Misfits getting a lot more out of every single trade. 2,500 gold lead or thereabouts. We're starting to see sooner they can start looking at that Yorick as a split push threat, the better it is for Misfits.
Certainly is. And Misfits, the more gold you can deny, the easier it is as they find Humanoid in the mid.
Humanoid caught out, cleanses away. Hexagon in was shuffled away from it for Bivin there with a flash in the ring out of Frost. I'm interested though because Splice have said, okay, Chachi, don't answer this bot wave push. Come up, get vision control with us around the Baron, and then go quite late towards that bottom lane to try and answer this. And Soaz actually might even be able to get the whole tower here before anyone from Splice can really answer. Chachi's on his way, so's the Azir. Maybe they're going to try and make a play, but Humanoid's already what you want to get towards. And even Splice, you know, they're still trying to wait here, but Norskaren has been caught out in his own jungle. Hexagon comes down as well. He's been ignited. Final auto for Maxlaw.
This is my issue right now. That okay, finally, they're starting the fight.
Jump away, there's the crossform from Gorilla. Kobe has the flank position here though. Look at that Vayne, he hasn't had any damage done to him yet. Xerxes jumping onto the back line. Gorilla's got a ball, Kobe gets the first kill and the World Ender will keep Xerxes alive. Chachi jumping in with the teleport as Norskaren still on the chase, but Bivin's going to use the glacial path to get away. Soaz has TP'd up towards the top side here as well, but he's down to half HP. And Splice get him as well, 6,000 HP left on the Baron. Splice, you've got to go for it, you've got to go for the fight. Otherwise Misfits will get this one too easily for Bivin forced out. 2,000 HP on the Baron as Misfits look to secure it. Lots of damage come out from Gorilla as the Crow comes down. Norskaren just about gets back to the back of the pit. Xerxes, World Ender will keep him alive for the moment. Humanoid tries to jump in, he shuffles, he dives in, gets Soaz. Kobe cleans up 2 on the back line as well. And somehow, once again, Splice come out on top.
And a classic Misfits Baron. They try to go for this when Visit Chachi's in the bot lane. They think that they can just commit to the Baron, but they don't respect the damage from Azir in a confined Baron space. Splice come out massively in this fight. They secure
to that backline. Humanoid even has a Banshee's Veil now. Phantom Dancer finished on Kobe. And Splice can...
They're looking to push in towards the inhibitor. The rest of Splice have chosen not to back yet.
But Bivin still has TP.
Poppy. Are they actually going to try for
They're trying to catch Chachi here. Hexagon comes down. He's already down to about half HP. Handsama jumps across the wall. Chachi with the hammer doesn't connect, and Handsama will take him out. The tower's going to fall as well. Look at the base race, though. They're going for it. And Splice have to back off. They can't push any further forward. The inhibitor goes down. A great call from Misfits. Drake of the game now as Soaz takes it down.
So that play... Ooh, hang on.
Handsama, you can't get caught out like this. Humanoid just takes him out.
There was a control ward in the bush. Neither Misfits players checked it. They get spot out, and now the AD carry is dead. 40 seconds, he's unavailable. Splice group up mid with the Baron. Azir in the top lane. Poppy, no teleport available yet, but you've got to deal with the super minions anyway. As 4 members of Splice look to siege into the base of Misfits.
So it looked like he was going towards that bottom lane, but instead, and that's the question. He's still pushing down towards that bottom lane. Misfits maybe needs to take the fight as Maxwell tries to jump in. It's Kobe, but he'll ready. He goes invisible with the final hour. Stunned up, locked up. He cleanses away, and Maxwell falls. Kobe's just going to open up hell on Misfits. They got caught out, and they lose 3 players incredibly quickly. So in this game, Maxwell Force Low still has the GA, but that means you have to back away. Misfits, if they lose this game, are out.
Look at the rest of Splice on the mid-map. You can see them making their way up. Teleport comes through.
Humanoid is a massive damage dealer in this fight, and Chachi already has the flank position off. Crowstorm used by Gorilla. They're trying to get onto the Azir. Kobe gets the Elder, and now Splice can just turn and burn through Misfits. Gorilla's still alive. Norskaren forced off towards the top of the fight. Xerxes used the World Ender to keep himself alive. Maxwell forced away, still has the GA, but Bivin's so low. Kobe comes to join the fight now, and that Vayne can just open up. He flashes straight into the face of Soaz, and he says, meet your maker, Yorick. gets the kill. They can go back towards the Baron. You have to feel that's the death knell for Misfits.
Oh, Xerxes, he's trying to keep the backs preoccupied. It looks like Splice, they're on the hunt. They're looking for some Misfits.
Hans Summer and Gorilla have nowhere to go. It would be a miraculous play for them to turn it around, but Humanoid just shuffles in and sends Hans Summer and Gorilla back to the fountain. Teleport comes in for Forbidden. He's looking for the backdoor play. Splice backing away though. Chachi already on his way back. Forbidden will only get the inhibitor here, and the Baron will go across towards Splice as well.
So Splice, they're going to take the safe play. They don't want to try and end it right now. Misfits, the best they can do is secure an inhibitor, and Splice take everything. 35-minute mark.
A bit of a split. Humanoid pushing out mid, Kobe by himself pushing out this bottom lane, but the fact that Splice have this vision control dissipating before their eyes.
Thank you for covering me there, Medic.
That's all right. I do the words good, you just talk about
exactly that. So here we go. The last line of defense for Misfits right now. What can they do?
Do you pull the trigger? Do you wait it out? Super Minion's pushing up towards that top side now. Gonna get towards those Nexus towers soon. Chachi on the phone line takes down the tower. Forbidden forced back by Xerxes. Norscaven's gonna jump in as well, but Misfits have been able to disengage the play. Norscaven tanks up the culling. The inhibitor's still alive, but on the Nexus tower there are minions. Supers indeed. As Splice now push in, Misfits have to react, and Splice can just go towards mid lane. There's a wave there waiting, ready for them to close this game out. Misfits, you gotta pull the trigger, you gotta do something. But the trigger is pulled by Chachi to knock Hans Summer away, and Splice might use that as the opportunity to fight. Maxwell down to about half HP already. Forced away, Norscaven's still tanking up. Misfits just can't get the damage down. Look at Splice, they're all still incredibly healthy.
Splice sieging, that's third inhibitor now down. Misfits only have their Nexus towers left. Splice, it's only a matter of time. Misfits need a miracle to still stand a chance of turning this game around.
The clock is ticking, and every second that passes is just another note in the eulogy for Misfits. They lose this game, they are out of playoffs. Once again, from a great start, they have collapsed in the split. And coming into this split, anyone saying Misfits didn't make it to playoffs would have been laughed off the face of the earth. Splice are going to put them out of their misery as they go towards these Nexus towers.
Here we go, Splice on their last legs. They're trying to keep Maxwell from getting onto the flank. He engages.
Only onto Xerxes though, and Xerxes still has the ultimate. Look at the top side of the fight as the Crow Storm comes in. Humanoid forced away. Xerxes down to about half HP. He's gone into the world ender. Forbidden forced away though. But Kobe's just opening up on the backline. Humanoid gets one. That's the second to follow. Maxwell goes into the GA. Kobe doing everything he can on the backline as Hans Summer tries to turn it around, but 2 kills go across the Humanoid and Splice. Just picking away at the Misfits health bar. Norscaven down. Can Hans Summer do something? Can he revive this team from the grave?
It's still a 4 versus 3 for Chachi on the front line. Kobe very low.
Xerxes doesn't have the ultimate. The Nexus tower's gonna fall though, and now it's all on Hans Summer. He has to do something, but he just can't do anything. Kobe gonna take down the Nexus, and Splice continue their fight.
2v2s in the mid jungle for both sides. Both have scaling bot laners. Both have pretty solid teamfight supports, but Thresh a little bit more towards...
Dreams joining in as well. Talked about the possibility of skirmishes in both these teams. Dreams actually caught out, hooked up, and in jumps Kikis. Dreams will be the first to fall Rogue on the ball.
Wow. Big misplay that I wasn't quite expecting. You alright there, Medic?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Fascinating.
You non-stop. But I actually really like the build, and I'm a big fan of it. Now, Kikis has been caught out by the jungler.
Yeah, Pyrian gets quite a lot of damage here. Selfmade on the chase as well. Kikis already fallen. Flash in with the Impale as well, pulling him away from the wall. Senkux does have the flash, has the cleanse as well. Knocks Pyrian back. You can still see Selfmade chasing in here. Senkux will flash, gets towards the blast cone as well, and eventually will escape. But
the Spire as well.
The Spire comes down for Selfmade. That is actually a fight-changing bit of environment. Pyrian jumps forward, did flashes away. The chain's still going to land. Dreams go in. The 4-man taunt from Dreams, and Tristan on his way. Whirlib here to join the party, but the Cataclysm's going to separate him from the fight. Senkux takes down Selfmade. One will follow the crown shot though as Kikis jumps onto the back line. The kick back catches Whirlib. We did low. Hiku gets the kill onto Pyrian though. Hiku's forced away down towards the bottom of the fight, but already Rogue just coming out on top. 2 kills across the Senkux. Dream chased up. That's 2 kills to Hiku as well.
And Rogue end up coming out
on the Rift Herald here. Didn't work out too well for them last time as Rogue tried to answer. Rift Herald will get taken out, smited by Selfmade. He'll pick it up as well. Woodid goes golden as SK trying to react from 2 flanks here. SK just pushed back as Rogue get in there. Senkux gets a good double knock up. Dreams chased in here by Kikis. You can see he could use the ultimate to get in. Woodid gets the kill on Dreams, and SK just have quite a strong pick comp as Selfmade comes down towards the bottom side. Whirlib there on the chase as well. Prophet's going to pop the Cataclysm straight into the slicing mouse from SK, and you have to think that Prophet is going to go down pretty quickly here. SK get a kill down towards the bottom lane, and that's what they need to do, make some picks, but while they do it, Rogue answer with a Mountain Drake of their own.
Disengaging, but here we are, SK now trying to force a play.
Trying to force a fight with the teleport as well. It comes in, slicing mouse from catches onto Hiku, but immediately he cleanses away. Selfmade trying to get the Impale off, only lands onto Woodid. They'll pull him back, they should be able to to take down the Thresh. They catch him out. There's a kill for SK. Once again, they find the pick that they wanted. But what are Rogue doing to answer? That's always the question you have to ask yourself. Kick is trying to get towards this middle lane. Will not Pyrion back. Straight into the stun. Great stuff from Rogue. Get the kill in the mid lane. They can push for that tower, and down towards the bottom side, they're going to do the same. Rift Herald used to get the first tower, but in the mid lane, Rogue will answer with one, and they'll get some damage down towards the bottom lane as well.
Excellent execution there from Rogue. Immediately, they respond to this global pressure. They're going to get themselves a second tower as well. And overall, they're going to extend their gold lead. So, honestly,
it's matched by an Infinity Edge on the side of Crownshot. And we do know Tristana can put out a lot of damage as the game progresses. But right now, I think you have to see damage in favor of the Rogue squad.
Yeah, they're looking pretty happy. Ooh, another pick coming out from Selfmade.
Oh, Selfmade just flashes forward, though. They know they've already got the damage out from Senkers. Locking down with the hero's entrance. Senkers torn it up as well, but already they've taken out Selfmade. Rogue get one. Tristana in the middle of it as the Cataclysm comes down from Profit. Double kill for the Lee Sin, but Hiku could answer here. As Dreams...
They all turn. They all try to help Senkers, who is in dire straits. And while he does die... Now, the thing is... Kikis, this could be another opportunity to look for a pick, but this is close.
Dreams only hits the one-man taunt. There's a slicing Maelstrom. They pulled him straight back into it. Selfmade actually kicks across the wall and separates Hiku. That was great stuff from the Lee Sin to keep his AD carry alive. Now Kikis jumping onto the back line. Pyrion has to jump away. Chase onto Dreams with the hook. Hiku's backing up towards the top side. The taunt comes out from Dreams, but he will fall. Crownshot gets some damage in with Did. Tick, tick. The bombs are enough because of the safeguard.
In that tight choke point.
Oh, Kikis. Even with the swag smite in the middle of the Sonic Wave.
Feel the wrath of the jungle god Kikis as he quickly lays waste to him. Now 4-1-9, 100% kill participation. Has completed the Starax, making him a little bit more tanky. Not going for the solo queue Lee Sin build that we typically see. Tiamat, Duskblade, and then a GA.
If you're doing Ender's build, you never get the GA. It's cost me a lot of solo queue games by going for that build. But great stuff so far from Kikis. Want to bring some attention to Hiku as well. 4-0-4, yet to die this game, even though he has been a predominant target. Oh, Kikis misses the Sonic Wave. Hiku in with a follow-up. There's the hero's entrance as well. We did misses the hook as Dreams jumps in. And maybe Kikis has baited his support to his demise here. A little bit too greedy from Kikis after he missed the initial Sonic. He's setting up around that, but it looks like it's going to be a bit of an A-ram for the moment. Kikis on the flank position. Profit here as well. Goes in with the Cataclysm. And straight away, Rogue are trying to start the fight. Whirlip has a flank if he can get in, but already Selfmade is done. Dreams getting onto a Did. There's a lot of damage onto the enemy support. He's almost down. Whirlip needs to find an auto attack. He will. Kikis gets onto the back line, but Whirlip gets in with a slicing Maelstrom, takes out Profit. It's a 4v3 in favor of SK now, as Kikis, Senkers, and Hiku have to try and back away.
Rogue roster was used onto the front line, but now they may have found another pick. Whirlip very low.
Whirlip goes golden with the Zhonya's. The Inferno goes across towards Crownshot. Whirlip flashes away and actually gets safety. Pyrion maybe.
If they don't, then you can TP in for an advantage, but Whirlip's TP is going to be up soon, so...
50 seconds or so before that is back up, so only a minute they have to...
Ultimately, I think what they're lacking is the ability to set a vision in the enemy jungle and then look for picks.
Start it up. Rogue trying to answer though, 5 men strong. Pyrion not here with his team. Crownshot's all by himself in the Infernal pick, and maybe they're just going to give this one across towards Rogue. The rest of SK coming in from the flank. Selfmade in with the flash, knocked back with the scatter of the weak. The hook doesn't connect. Profit isolates Whirlip on the back line. Unleash power onto Selfmade. The Infernal Drake still being targeted here. It's stolen away by Kikis. Now Hiku's going to jump in. Selfmade down. Rogue get the fight. They get the Infernal, and they're going to get a little bit more out of this one. Whirlip though, the slicing Maelstrom slices through the heart of Rogue as it's a double kill across towards Crownshot, and immediately SK pushed towards mid.
The fight looked so promising for Rogue at the start, but the moment they lost Hiku is the moment it went to disaster, and now SK looking for more.
Oh, Kikis just about survives there with the Starax. It gets the smite up as well. Pyrion's going to be chased up towards the top side of this fight. The Gromp. One more auto would be enough. Oh, Kikis, you're playing with my heartstrings there. Crownshot gets the mid lane tower. SK hasn't been able to spend it yet. Whirlip has the teleport if he wants to join this fight. Has the slicing Maelstrom as well. Baron already down to 4,000 HP. Here comes the TP. They've caught out one. It's Selfmade. He survives though. And it's Crownshot who goes unstoppable. Kills off Profit. Rogue with the Baron resetting can't do too much more. That's not because Whirlip's been caught out. Kikis with the kickback. Hiku with the chase. Whirlip tries to turn it around with the slicing Maelstrom. Hiku just about keeps himself alive. Whirlip goes golden. You have to think he will die very shortly after the hero's entrance used, because Pyrion's on the chase up here as well. Maybe Hiku and Kickers have overextended. Widid coming in. He needs to get the land to do his AD carry. Pyrian jumps forward, can't quite get the catch. And Kickers escapes as well. Crown shot from the bottom side of this fight is going to jump straight onto Senko's. Unleash power to the base, but Crown shot shuts him down. Prophet has the flank position here with the teleport. For the rest of SK, just trying to catch up Rogue before they can join up with the rest of the team. Crown shot jumps forward. The lantern once again stays Hiku, and now Rogue and SK just trade sides of the map for the moment. Pyrian lands the Ethereal chains. It's only onto Widid. Hiku needs to turn this one around. Jumping in, Prophet onto the backline. He's down. Crown shot goes godlike, and he's just got the free reign to open up with the Gatling guns. Widid caught out as well. Hiku shut down. Widid dies to the minions, and maybe with that, the hopes of Rogue winning this game.
And SK come back massively as they find another successful team fight. 4-for-1 in favor of SK. The Baron is alive, and Pyrian, he's not going to let Kickers steal this one away.
Kickers has the kick up, but Pyrian uses the barrier to keep himself alive. Pyrian will take him out in the 1v1. That's the ace. The Baron as well on the menu for SK. 37 minutes in, they finally have a foothold in this game.
Oh, and unfortunately for Rogue, after having such a huge lead in the early game, it is all, he's really not afraid of anything. So SK, they secure themselves the Baron, they take the tier 2
for the Elder Dragon. It would be a 4 dragon for them. SK will get it with their single Infernal, but alongside the Baron, SK can continue just completed items. 1,000 gold bounty on his head. Kick is trying to jump onto the backline, doesn't even get the time to kick anyone away. Dreams gets the kill. Pyrian jumps in, chunks Widid to half, and now the inhibitor opened up. SK just continues to push into the base of Rogue.
Little that Rogue can do at this point. It is impossible for them to really kill this Tristana, and props to Crown Shot. He demonstrated it in the game against G2. He's showing it once again. In the late game, he is one of those AD carries that you can rely on. His positioning has been good, his damage has been great, and he is now setting up the siege to end this game and keep their playoff hopes alive.
SK take down the first Nexus Tower. Hiku almost just killed by Pyrian. The dive onto the backline there from SK is absolutely massive. They take 2. Crown Shot is going to ball, but Pyrian will be able to take out these Nexus Towers just as quickly. They'll kill Prophet. He goes into the GA. The hook from Widid. Whirl goes golden to stop the ignite. It will tick away as he comes back up, but eventually SK will just clean up the kills. They'll take down the Nexus, and as you say, Betty, as their playoff hopes remain.
The gangplank is risky, especially when you see top laners.
Come on! Okay, throw it all.
For G2 to make plays bot side, but right now it's Fnatic that want to do the same.
Looking for the play, the double knocker comes out. Reckless underneath the tower, Perks the burst the ball. Nemesis gets it. Promised you will follow up shortly after. Now Jankos could come in.
Perks had just also used his teleport to get back to lane relatively shortly before that as well, so there's no chance for him to make up in CS as Wonder.
Whippo so low, Wonder just takes him out. I mean, Wonder's had his number the entire time, but Whippo couldn't get away. Here comes the Requiem, it's enough! Rocks up, presses R, gets his second kill.
Coming in from Hylissang was beautifully set.
Oh, Cap's caught out! Hylissang ignited, is he gonna
easy? While Perks continues to fall at a deficit down towards the bottom lane. 40 CS is the difference there.
I mean, there's 40 CS in the bottom lane, as you say, as Rectus gets the advantage and the Dragon goes down, but you have to look
something Ender, you were saying before we even came into the game was, ooh, Caps.
Nemesis with a great long-range stun there from the flawless duet. Promiscu coming in as well, knocked up straight away, charmed up as well, will pop the ultimate. Dodges away from the Vanguard's edge. On a knife edge for Promiscu. Requiem. It's waiting for the ultimate to time out, that's a kill! Another one back to the fountain.
And it's perfect because he's actually just showing up Jankos in this match. You look at how he's been able to impact early games. This game, maybe not quite as much on the Karthus. He's picking up some kills with the ultimate, but you look at level 2 tower dives on the Nocturne as Broxa here. He has completely leveled up his game.
Hylissang fighting here. The Deathmark comes out onto him. The Guardian will keep him alive just for the moment. Deathmark still proc. Not enough damage. And the culling from Reckless straight onto Caps. Caps dodges back. Can he dodge away from his former teammates? Hylissang still has the chase, has the flash. Jumps straight in. Hylissang. Good night, sweet prince. You can change teams.
G2 have sent 3 or more members towards the top side to try and get a kill onto Whippo. He has not been caught out a single gold lead. Once again, Whippo looking to be dove under the tower.
Calabash comes out. There's the Deathmark used by Caps straight away. Whippo, not many places for him to go apart from back underneath his last tower. Caps jumps back and Whippo still alive here. Caps couldn't go behind the tower. Nemesis actually has a great flank position off here. Perks chased out by Hylissang, lands the petrifying gaze. Hylissang's going to be taking up the tower. A couple of shots comes out. Reckless on his way in though. Perks flashes away. There's Miasma. Reckless can just chase them down. The Requiem will definitely be enough. Goodbye to Perks and Caps now. Dodging around as much as you can, but your fancy feet might not save you for too long. Nemesis jumps in. The ignite ticks away. And Fnatic are 8 kills to 1 up. 15 minutes into this game, they are dismantling.
And it is across the board. There are advantages except for Bwipo, the poor man up in the top lane. He's had a great second half of the split, but he's also the rest of Fnatic. He's at 7.1k gold to the 7.3 and 7.2 of Broxah and Reckless. He has now, but there are 4 other members of Fnatic that are just as strong as he is, and they're looking to push in the top tier 2.
Yeah, and notice what Fnatic are doing, right? They're moving as sort of a 4-man roaming squad through this top side of the jungle. Just eliminate turrets.
Teleport to join the fight. Promiscu puts in the ward, 2000 HP left on the Baron. Jankos has to flash in, he has to trust in it, but Reckless secures it. You can't outsmite the Lucian. They get the kill on Jankos as well, and they're going to follow it up with a little bit more. The Requiem comes out. Caps ignited to his doom, and Fnatic get 2. They get the Baron, and they get everything they wanted.
Massive play from Fnatic. The confidence to make that kind of a play.
Just dodged the petrifying gaze from Perks. He stared the other 80k right in the eyes and said, get the hell back to mid lane. Fnatic just continue to outplay G2.
Reckless absolutely styled on Perks right now, and now with an open base Fnatic, they're going to be looking to take an inhibitor.
The inhibitor at least is going to go down. Jankos about to respawn. Caps on his way up as well.
He's back to base, Wonder.
Stealing away the Razorbeaks. He can't get back to save the inhibitor.
1,000 gold lead, and then knocking on the doors of these tier 2 towers.
And look at this super stacked minion wave here that Fnatic have built up as well. So many ranged minions, so many melees as well, just sort of so
kept even in gold. He has the death cap, but I don't know if it's enough as an engage begins.
Jankos jumps in, he's forced out straight away. Down to about 100 HP, the flawless Juliet hits onto Caps. Nemesis though, jumped on with the deathmark. Caps jumping around as much as he can. Weber will take him out, but Nemesis falls as well. And now Hillesang in with the charm with the engage. Promiscu has to flash away. Fnatic can continue to push in. The Realm Wall comes out, but the Requiem's going to follow them to their base. Forced away. That's a hell of a lot of damage as Fnatic get the second inhibitor of the game. Maybe even look for the win here, because Caps is still down instead. Hillesang will get the Baron
to a point where they can rely on their scaling, but again, Fnatic not slowing down. They're sieging on top. They force Perks back.
Jankos eats up the culling serfs, used as well by Perks. Minion waves pushing in the other side lanes. The Vanguard's edge comes out. Hillesang with a double charm gets the third as well, as they all just try and dive the tower, but Reckless almost goes down. Promiscu there. Caps fighting against Whipple down towards the bottom side. Has to flash away. The Deathmark will get him, and they get another kill underneath the tower. G2 has somehow turned it around. The Requiem comes out. Is it going to be enough? Caps trying to kill him before he gets out. It's not enough. And Caps will fall. Promiscu will follow shortly after. It's a double for Broxah, and still Fnatic are in this fight.
Broxah is able to turn it around on the back with the Requiem, but it's still a 2 versus 2 Fnatic. They want this turret so desperately. Can Perks and Wonder do anything? Not really, because Wonder has to defend against the super minions on the base.
Hillesang just tanking up the tower shots. Perks there trying to turn it back around onto Broxah, but doesn't have the ultimate, so can't
get the steal.
This is it, Jankos. Do or die. If you steal this, you can keep the hopes of G2 alive.
Here we go. He's on the blast cone. Reckless there as well. He blast cones away. He's giving it up. That's the Baron. Fnatic get it. 28 minutes in. It's the second Baron of the game.
And cut down G2 where they stand.
When you listen to G2 comms after they beat Fnatic earlier in the split, they said that was personal. Caps dominated on the Zoe. 5-1-2, now 1-6-1 on this Zed. It feels pretty personal from Fnatic this time. 8,000 gold ahead. They're pushing in for these inhibitors. And all 5 members strong. They're going to try and push G2 back towards their own base. Reckless jumps in, caught out with the petrifying gaze, but no one can catch him. Nemesis down to about half HP immediately. The Requiem used. No one can get up to the back line, and that will be a lot of damage coming out from Boxer, but no one has fallen yet. Fnatic regroup, reset. Nemesis has to back away. Wonder with a lot of damage out. Reckless jumped on by Caps. Can he do it? The Deathmark isn't enough to pop. His former AD carry not quite, but they force Fnatic back once again.
They can hold the line. All 3 inhibitors have respawned. A Baron empowered Fnatic
where they just can't walk up to G2.
Cannon Barrage used. Perks hits the petrifying gaze. Promiscu jumps in as well, but it's only Nemesis left caught out, and Perks already down to half HP. Broxah now pushing forward with the rest of Fnatic. They just want the inhibitor. They can push up towards the top side as well. Caps unable to get on the back line of that fight, and now Fnatic have broken open that inhibitor line once again. Quickness was used by Hillesang though, and G2, they're not going to fight over it. They give up both their inhibs.
Now the problem for G2 is they
themselves, but the flank is here from Promiscu. It's making it very hard for Fnatic to step up.
Caps jumps away. Hillesang with the engage. Straight onto the back line. Wonder goes golden. What can Promiscu do? He catches them out. Wonder's still there, still alive. Nemesis as well. Reckless has the Deathmark popping. It's not going to be enough damage, but here comes the Requiem. Wonder still alive. The rest of G2 still alive as well. But maybe the inhibitor will fall pretty soon afterwards. Whipple jumping in. Perks goes golden. Can they take the inhibitor in time? Because Wonder's back up. They force them off. G2 still holding onto their base, but it's a 4v3. Jankos is very low. The next towers are the target for those super minions.
Fnatic have the time now to get the inhibitor. G2, they're running back to the foundation on the Casio.
He's got to pull the trigger straight away. Hylissang here trying to catch up Perks, but can't quite get there. Promiscu gets a 3-man knockup. Wonder and Jankos is focusing down the Baron. 8,000 HP.
This is
on
quick.
it. There's a fight up towards the other side though, because Wimmer has the teleport. Caps is trying to keep him alive. There's 3,000 HP on the Baron. Fnatic, can they get in? Can Broxton do the steal? G2 get the Baron. Whipper forced away as well, but here comes the engagement. Hylissang locked up. He's dead. They get the shot down.
Nemesis is here.
The Colin comes up. Nemesis here as well. Promiscu's gonna fall. Broxton has the focus. He gets the kill! Here comes the Vanguard's edge! He gets the Reckless shot in! Reckless shot in to his two eyes! And now Nemesis there as well! Wimmer's teleporting in! The base! The base! Gaz is trying to defend the base! Wonder gets the triple go! Nemesis onto Jankos! They need to get out! The base!
He wants it! He wants it!
Nemesis trying to keep him around! Jankos is so low! The teleport gets out! Nemesis gets the kill but gets taken out as well! The base is still alive! And G2 survive in this game!
This is the greatest game ever! G2 defend the base.
Whippo, the Caps was winning, and look how the tides have turned, Europe.
You guys can turn that around, though. Spam in chat, FNC, if you think Fnatic will take the win. G2
To start up the Baron, they're gonna force Jankos to come into the base quick.
looking for the steal already. It's gone, though. Fnatic get their second Baron, third Baron of the game.
Look for the team fight before the objective goes down. It's getting low. Jankos has to make a move.
6,000 HP left on the Baron. The Realm Warp coming out as well. They're just going onto the back. They're looking at...
Oh my God!
A great flank! G2! The perfect team fight! They take it all! They take down 3! They even get the chase down as well! The Elder will be in their eyes as Fnatic just die one by one!
G2 absolutely destroyed Fnatic in the bot lane. River Hylissang is doing what he can to run into the base, but Jankos is on the prowl.
It's enough.
It's not
he
gonna
gets the
do
Edge of
it!
Night. He got the Edge of Night shield just in time. Hylissang still trying to take down the inhibitor. Can he get it with these bound up minions? The Elder Dragon not the target. G2 pushing him mid. Hylissang still there on the inhibitor. Is he actually going to be able to do too much here with the Ignite? He knocks that comes up. He's just looking for the inhib.
Forget about the bot lane, look at the mid lane. There are 2 members of G2 pushing in right now. The death timers are at 20 seconds. I don't know if G2 can look to end the game right now.
There's no way they do this. They were 8,000 gold behind. They had nothing. 15 minutes.
Beautiful spot there, and I was sitting to myself, how did Promiscu get here? How is he creating the flank?
Because it's already been started up by
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Baron going. The double mountains are the target.
That's hard.
G2 pushing mid. They're realm warping. They're realm warping in. G2 are going into the base. The Baron buff though. They can get the recalls. How many can they stop? G2, you got to stop them all. You got to stop them all. They're in the base. G2 are looking for the win. Can they pull it off? The realm warp once again. The Red Wheel comes out. They wait. The Nexus. No way! The Nexus towers in the bottom side. G2 get the first one, but Reckless and Hylissang get in the back door. Oh my God! There's no flipping way you can do that to them.
Fnatic! It looked like they were going to end the game. G2, they were on the Nexus. We thought that was it, but they made the split-second decision to just rush the Nexus. The inhibitor, it was literally respawning. There was like no time in it.
That is the best single call I think I have ever seen in League of Legends. Getting the Baron, trying to get out, trying to get back, and then being like, no, screw it, they want to backdoor us, we can do exactly the same thing to them.
You can't practice that. These teams, in the split second, in the late game, at the 50-minute mark, made the call.
Guys who can get things started have been huge for the side of Excel. 1 win on Gragas, 2 of his wins on that Sejuani pick, so fits right into his wheelhouse, but now
Gives them some more sustain in the matchup, but also makes it easier to proc your passive. Here we go, we're gonna find 2v2.
Kendrick on Predator, a lot of initial damage going down, but he's not going to extend the trade. Maybe could look for the 1-for-1, but does not want to trade his life. Has the red buff. Does know he has a massive health advantage here. Quick retreat, Jizuke ready to punish the flash forward, first blood. Well played by Kadro, a lot of patience there, but now Jizuke can look to try to find the follow-up. Yasuo now stepping forward, the Ignite's already down. Jizuke desperate to find the kill here, Special can look for the follow-up as well. Maybe able to turn this into a 2-for-1 in the favor of XL. Jizuke, where is he going to go? Now goes for the stealth. Ooh, Special not even going to follow up. Well played.
That's been going all right. Actually, it's about the mid lane.
Ooh,
Where
KazaLoLLCShighlights now go in. KazaLoLLCShighlights going to use the ultimate. Special now running for his life. Misses the Q there and is going to have to try to dash to safety. Wind wall's there. Wants the reset. Can't get it. That means Cabo is going to walk away with the kill.
Really strong 1v1 champion, and once again, he's performing.
And the threat of the Aatrox was there, and they were willing to pick into that, and that shows a lot for the confidence of the team. Opposite side for Excel. Been a similar story, often expect these very solid matches, but Special now has to run. Things are only getting harder for him. Is he going to be able to walk away from this one? Ulti is up for Mowgli. He's going to follow it up now. They're going to try to turn on the combo charge. This is a very risky play, but he just uses the ultimate, and he's going to walk away.
Oh man, Vitality, the lane swap is working so well for these guys. They're going to get killed.
They're going to get another one. How? Play, Yasuo is there. A lot of tools to set up the knockup if they want to go for it, and that is going to be tower taken down. So the gold now starting to even
Try and
out.
combat this Renekton 2v1.
Difficult spot. Now Mystique's going to leap forward. They desperately want to lock up. Cabo Shard, of course, has the ultimate available with the Ignite ticking down. Not going to stop the health from going up, but it will stop Cabo from getting anything out. The contender for Vitality this season has definitely been one of improvement. It feels like they have been ramping up. They have been getting better. You can see that in their gold differences in the early game. Almost 2K on average. But this is not one of those games where they are dominating, where they are blitting their opponents and finding these kills early. This is a much closer, much more even matchup than many people would have expected. Jizuke now in trouble to chase. Oh, you can just... Sometimes you don't get to push buttons in League of Legends, and that was one of those times.
They'll say, you know, the individual matchup's not working. Let's just bring 4 people into the mid lane and take the third and final outer turret of the game. Excel down in
Works out for Special. Maybe this will be enough tankiness to survive some of these exchanges, but for now, I think we remain...
Seen this so much in the 2v2 where Mystiques goes in, Jessica gets a really nice trade.
Oh, there's the combo. Cabo Shard, is he going to be able to push all he is? Now he's going to be able to get the empowered healing on the Cold Meek to stun immediately to follow up. He now needs to run, but the Yasuo's not even going to push a button again. Cabo is cutting through him. Oh, buys a little time. TP coming in. There's a Rakan here as well, but Cabo is still alive. He now needs to dash his way out to safety. He's trying to sidestep. He's trying to dip, dog, and weave, but he can't touch anybody, so he gets killed.
Excel gonna bring in the TP, bring in the turrets in their face, and they can't make the split happen.
And yeah, you talk about how strong these champions are in the skirmish. Very early to go for a greedy Baron.
I mean, Excel just took their third uncontested Drake of the game. Derna is still going to be key for him in these fights.
Special throwing down the wind wall. So he will get stunned up here, though. It's going to be a big deal. Jackal trying to find the disengage, but now expect leaping forward. Jackal, the sacrificial lamb, to get his carry and jungler out to safety.
Unit all collapsing towards that middle lane, and now
Another
going in.
engage. Immediately, Mowgli's deleted. Now it's free access to the pit. Attila needs to find something back here, but it's 5 members strong. Requiem now used to lower those health bars to try to dissuade them.
It's Jizuke towards the top side. Attila and Cabo from underneath. They've got to make it happen. They're turning.
Jizuke on the backside. It's too little, too late. The Akali can get nothing. Excel right back onto the Baron. Jizuke, there's no way he can get anything done here. Just trying to fire back, just trying to deny this one. He cannot take it. The Baron now down. Jizuke has to run for his life, but he's knocked out of the shroud, and that means goodbye to the mid lane of Vitality and Excel in clear control. Could count them out of contention so quickly.
And what a heartbreak that would be to not get the guaranteed seed in towards Rotterdam, to not be at worst top 3 inside the league. Here we go.
Just deleted. Mowgli doesn't get to play the fight. Special, though, has to be careful. Windwall is now down. Attila's still very healthy, and they have to walk through the towers to get it done. Guardian going to shield up a lot of that damage, and a tower will follow. Looks like an inhibitor could follow. Expect on the bottom side.
And they're just going to easily take this mid lane inhibitor. They're going to easily take the bottom lane as well, because it's 25 seconds before Mowgli can respawn. Expect has the minions here ready to go for the push. What a move out of Excel. This team went from 0 to 100 real quick.
Absolutely did, and now they're not going to stop. Attila's now in trouble. The team has to leap in front of the Coling to stop him from getting dropped out. Excel are just going to end the game right here. Ender. I cannot believe it. Cabo desperately going for the play, but the health bar's just not big enough. It's too late in the game. The Renekton no longer a threat. Lucian, expect on the front line. Jessica going to clean it up with a double kill. The Akali goes back into the shroud. That's the only place she's safe. The second she leaps out, she's now in trouble. Jizuke wants to get it back, but Special on a killing spree. Excel taking down Vitality. The race for second gets more and more close in every game.
That Schalke are going to be putting the Jarvan in the top side. So that's a very strong early game 2 versus 2, where Memento on this Elise can play.
Stacks of that corrupting potion. Cold maybe looking to find a play here. Poppy, of course, can. Only level 2, though. Doesn't look like she can deny the flag and drag. That is the knock-up. Now knocked back into the wall. One trying to get out. First blood dropping for Cold. Well played by the OG to find that knock-up, and for Elise, who needs to land those critical skill shots. The slow is very valuable. That's the knock-up. Minty is going to get stunned up here, but now Ignar may have strayed too far. The TP coming in. Cold now trying to back it out. Afari finds back into the wall. Memento just deleted. Ignar next on the menu. Just going to walk him down and give Patrick the kill as well. OG now dominating.
3-0 in the kills.
Grabbing the Cloud Drake as well. Of course, 2 plates do go over to Odoamne on the top side. It will balance out some of the gold that Poppy would like to have that gold and experience himself. And Nukeduck, maybe not fishing for a greater play. He's going to get the pullback just in time to stop the claw from being reactivated now. Activates the ult and is just going to walk Abadage down. The flash forward is going to be brought back. Oh, Abadage. Here comes the Demon Flare. Push it again. That's the kill.
Knock out this turret. What I mean by plate gank is that you're not actually ganking to get a kill. You're ganking to get that money off of the tower and off of the turret plate. And you got to go for that before the 14-minute mark and the plating does spawn before you really get anything done. So we have to watch OG and how they can sort of kite back in these fights and stay alive.
Nukeduck is going to cleanse up. Oh, that is going to be the stopwatch use. He's healing up as much as he possibly can. Needs to use a little bit more. He's still alive. Nukeduck living. The Cataclysm comes out. Are they going to be able to kill him? They do get the shutdown. Mithy now in trouble. Memento going to fall with the Cocoon. That should be 2. No, Mithy makes it to safety. He's cold. Sniped on the backside. Patrick finds a way to get the kill for his team, and now Ignor has to run for his life. The double knockup, stepping away as Upset comes back, looking to turn the play back, but he's knocked out immediately, and Cold goes under, comes back up, but still goes down in the end. Otuwamne debating whether or not to extend the play.
With the true shot barrage sniping off a member of Schalke there to really hammer home that OG are still in control.
Otuwamne at least has a Tiamat, is able to keep this pressure up on the top side. Nukeduck now looking to find the pick, pulling Abadage back. He's going to have to self-ult here in a second. Nope, does not have the opportunity. It's just going to back off. Will stay alive, but Memento now in trouble. What goes up must come down. He's going to walk right into that team, and he's just going to get deleted instantly. Upset potentially next. Nukeduck threatening on the front line. Demon Flare is going to get proc, but Abadage immediately has to use the self-ult. Ulti comes out, flash to safety. Following his own claw, OG taking complete control of the mid lane, and now he's looking for the solo kill, chasing down Otuwamne. He needs to make his way out of there. There's the buckler. Captain America not going to come.
They don't know where Origin are, and Origin continue to read them so well. It's always Cold and Mithy waiting right behind, looking for the punish. Now they're going to get their second Cloud Drake of the game, so they can continue to find these plays and find the overextend. He just wants to do the deeps, and as they take another turn in the top side, he's absolutely going to be doing that. He's still down in this game, but it is important to call out that he does now, start to hit some of those evolved thresholds.
And there's a lot of hidden power, because item-wise always feels like the easy indicator, although Alfari. Oh, now Cataclysm, we're going to extend this play. All right. Oh, flash away. Now it's just a 1v1. Alfari's just going to use his FNC. Upset now coming in. Needs to get some CC down if he wants Upset to use his ultimate, and they are just going to use that TP for nothing in the end, as OG are going to move down the mid lane. Memento now in trouble. That's the Ezreal burst coming through. Spider goes down, gets immediately knocked up, and dies. OG now in complete control. They're just going to run down the mid lane, and you have to wonder what happened in that play from Schalke.
Schalke really tried to force in the bottom lane, and OG were able to kite back with a good flash from Alfari, and now they're going to get themselves an inhibitor on top of it just at 22 minutes into the game. I mean, they can even walk back towards the Baron because Memento is still going to be dead for 15 more seconds.
And this is the style call, and OG grabbing all these towers, now set up to take a Baron with those supers barreling down the mid lane. It should be a chunk of health out of Ignor and Upset. Abadage looking to find him in the pinch. Now going to find the engage immediately. Mithy taken down. That's not a good opportunity to start it off. Ignor now engaging on Cold. The flash out to safety. The retreat.
Baron.
We'll see. I feel like it might happen, or I don't know. I'm not convinced yet. But Nukeduck will start to clear out the vision, so.
Chance possible to punish OG.
TP up from Upset. They're not sure if it's happening. Otuwamne needs to be careful. They're going to try to deny the entrance. Is he going to be able to even use the ultimate? No, just locked down completely.
It's a huge miscommunication from Schalke. They had a blue trinket. They used it after Otuwamne had already been picked off, so they lose their frontliner. Now they have to sort of walk in 4v5. This is not something you want to
and lose this fight. The game is over. Schalke Memento stepping forward, hoping to steal it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Now on the retreat, Abadage trying to pull it back with the Baron being burned down. They cannot contest this one. Memento has to walk away empty-handed, and OG about a 10k gold lead. OG play the better end of those mind games.
I mean, honestly, Schalke have a lot of tools to
what? One more auto. I think he's going to go back for it. Ulti.
Now you ulti. And now you Q when he comes down.
W. I think he'll be able to get it. They're going to be able to kill Otuwamne too if they're not careful. The Q forward, trying to now make his way out. Of course, Upset now trying to find the fight. Immediately going to go in. Nukeduck now trying to peel off. Of course, a lot of frontline damage. Mithy trying to get the fight started. That's the double man knockup. Now pulls back. Cold can follow it up. Nukeduck flashing forward. That's Death's Hand. Another one going to go down. Double for Nukeduck. A third coming in for Patrick. Smiles on the faces of the OG coaching staff as they barrel through this base.
Origin wiped the fight with 30+ seconds on every single member of Schalke. They're going to be looking to end the game right here. Draco second place, looking so much closer.
Closer and closer with every win. Christie, Oduwamne retreats back to the fountain. He knows this one is over. Alfari throwing down some wards just to let him know. Gonna knock him right back into his own fountain. They're taking their time. They're burning their Zonias. They're pushing every active they've got, celebrating this win. OG, a confident and clean game.
Kill the Nexus
and get one step closer to second place.
Nailed it.
At the end of the day, it was clean, it was controlled, it was exactly what we expected from Origin, and while there were moments of life from the side of Schalke, it just looks like OG were in control from minute one.
I mean, from minute one, right, Cold's early game pathing, just knowing exactly where Memento was going to be, knowing where Schalke wanted to force a play, and he was able to be there, and they were able to punish this Schalke squad. It felt like that continued the entire game. Well, Schalke, they saw opportunities, they wanted to make these plays, but every time they tried to execute on it, OG were always ready to punish them.
Absolutely, and for Schalke, it's a terrifying spot to be in. The 1-1 head-to-head record with SK means that you lose tomorrow, SK lose, you're a tiebreaker. You know, on the opposite side, of course, you win, they lose, you're in. But if they win and you lose tomorrow, you're done, you're out, and that's it. And for a team that started so incredibly strong, because you gotta remember, if we go back to like week 4, week 3, we're like, this is the team that's gonna contest G2.
Yeah, they were like 7-1.
Yeah, this is the team that's going to rise up. It's them or Vitality. Someone's going to stick it to G2, and it's going to be one of these teams. Yeah, that story has changed in the recent weeks, Henry.
It really has. Now going into the last day of regular season play and tied with SK.
They just lost, so that isn't great for them. And then there is also the battle for second place, where currently Vitality knocked themselves out of the race, as far as I know. Fnatic, Splice, and Origin are still in. Actually, I think Vitality...
So the reason why Vitality aren't out is because should Origin lose tomorrow and Splice lose to Fnatic, and then Vitality win, you end up with 4 teams tied at 11 and 7. Now, I don't know the head-to-head records, and there are a bunch of tiebreaker rules in place to try and limit the number of tiebreaker games we actually have, but tomorrow could get a little crazy.
Today was already crazy.
Expectations are the Origin, you play Rogue tomorrow, right?
We play XL.
XL, so they're heavy favorites coming into that one, and then Fnatic versus Splice is probably the most integral. Because
well, it of course depends, because if Origin goes 2-0, that I think then eliminates. I'm not going to say anything that's not correct. I'm going to refer to the article on LOL and to @LOLEsports stats. Any question you have at Twitter, tweet at them, and they'll explain. And we'll explain tomorrow in Ready Check once we get a better idea, because everything, of course, just developed.
Every game counts, though. There you go.
Every game counts, indeed. And when you talk about things going crazy, and oh yeah, they're up versus Rogue, but crazier things have happened today.
I mean, it's true. I mean, trying to predict these games over the last few weeks, it's been more about who's more likely to upset.
No, you're just really bad at predicting.
I'm really bad at that too.
No, it's not true. But
it's actually true.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to say 2 things. First of all, you said that tomorrow the match versus XL is kind of easy for them.
Yeah.
But today XL just beat Vitality.
They did.
So I'm not going to put them completely out of the board. And second thing, I want to ask something to Mithi, is that what would you prefer to end the split? Second place and facing G2 in the second round on Rotterdam, or do you prefer to go not versus them on the first round?
I mean, so regardless of the standings, I didn't really pay attention. It doesn't really matter who we face, when we face, because I've played playoffs before. It doesn't matter if you end up like 6th or 4th or 3rd or 2nd. If you don't win, you lost.
Okay, no, but what I'm trying to say is,
I don't care if I play Fnatic or G2 in the first round, in the second round, in the third round. I want to beat everyone. That's all I care about.
So, I understand that, and I can respect that. However, if your ultimate goal this split was to make playoffs, and your ultimate goal at the end of the year is to make Worlds, then points in this split is very important. So I do think that it's worth taking into consideration your positioning at the end of this split, because if your goal at the end of this year is to make Worlds, that is something that will heavily contribute to actually qualifying.
I agree with you, but if I go to Worlds, being a shit team, I don't want to go anyway. Yeah. I want to just be like a good team, regardless of the standing. So yeah, I just want to.
You went to Worlds with Lemon Dogs.
Yeah, we were doing all right then, you know. That yeah, the level.
like Shut up.
I'm reliving the moments I was speaking.
We keep talking about like, oh, Mithy is back after he came back from an 8. Little did we know he was down once before when he was 11 down. Oh my dear. But I do like your approach, Mithy. I think it's a bit self-protection as well. You're just being pragmatic. You're being rational. One game at a time. We have to play our best every single game, or it doesn't matter. I can agree with that. I respect that. So I'm not going to try and pry it out of you anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what it is for us. It's great to get international experience because you just become just a much better team if you do so. That's why it would be great to go to MSI. It would be great to go to Worlds. Just I want the top 3 teams of Europe to go to Worlds.
Okay.
I would love it to be us. You know, I want it to be us. But if we're not the best team, I would feel ashamed to go, honestly. Like.
And right now, who would you consider? There are the 3 best teams in Europe nowadays, today.
Well, so I don't know. I don't really think that way. I just think we are the best.
Come on, man.
We are the best.
Stop being humble.
No, it's not about
He
being.
said we are the best.
I'm thinking.
Can we call Ocelot right now to use
I'm thinking. Wait. I'm thinking we are the best team. We can beat everyone. I don't care who's second or third. That's what I
Boom.
think.
So there he goes. He says it all doesn't matter, but they are the best in this moment. A little birdie told me that someone on the casting crew who's not here today, how am I giving away too much? Everyone else is here, said that Origin is the best team and is going to win the split.
Yeah, it was Quickshot. At the beginning of the split, he said, no, because on Euphoria, on record, said that he believes Origin will win the split. He has a bet on it. I believe there's a tattoo or something involved.
Oh, there is a tattoo
and
involved.
Frost actually bet on G2, so Frost can say behind the scenes whatever she wants, but on record, it is Trevor Quickshot
I think
Henry.
there's a difference between that bet and what some people actually believe, but I think right now we don't have any definitive proof. I mean, Fnatic beat G2. G2 was playing with a sub. Origin just won this game, is in the race for second, but Splice might be the second best team, so it's great. One quick one, though, between SK Gaming and Schalke, who's making it. Ara has his money set on SK Gaming. Mithy?
Who, like, do they play each other?
No.
No.
SK plays Splice.
Vitality.
So hype.
No.
Oh,
SK plays
right?
Vitality.
And Schalke plays?
They play, I believe it's Rogue. So just on standings and schedule, Schalke is definitely in a better position.
Yeah.
But again, we look at Rogue's game today, and they actually had a very solid early game against Schalke. So like, it's really difficult to judge.
Schalke? Against
No,
SK.
SK. That's
We're getting so, part of why we're so tired is, and you probably saw this game a little bit earlier, but G2 versus Fnatic was crazy.
But yeah, that one was great. The Rogue game, I was taking a nap. So
that's